Iran has rejected Oman's proposal to jointly manage shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, dealing a blow to efforts aimed at restoring normal commercial traffic through one of the world's busiest energy corridors. The development comes as fresh US-led military action resumes in the region, with tensions remaining high after months of conflict involving Iran, the United States, and Israel. Instead of Oman's equal control proposal, Iran has put forward its own temporary traffic management system. Under the plan, ships traveling in one direction would sail through Iranian territorial waters, while Oman would manage only part of the return shipping lane. Tehran says the arrangement would remain in place until broader regional security concerns are addressed, and has warned that the strait could remain closed if Oman rejects the proposal. Another major disagreement centers on transit fees. Iran wants commercial vessels using the strait to pay service charges under a jointly managed system with Oman. The United States opposes mandatory payments, insisting that international shipping should continue under the pre-war principle of free navigation. Oman's proposal instead suggested voluntary contributions from shipping companies, similar to the model used in the Strait of Malacca. The latest disagreement follows months of military confrontation between Iran, the United States, and Israel. After renewed American airstrikes targeting Iran's military capabilities, Tehran effectively closed the Strait of Hormuz to most international shipping. A temporary agreement reached in June briefly reopened parts of the route, but that arrangement collapsed after Iran fired on vessels using a shipping lane it said it did not recognize. Commercial navigation has remained heavily restricted ever since. The diplomatic setback comes even as military operations intensify again. The United States carried out its first airstrikes since pausing its bombing campaign last week, joining Saudi Arabia in targeting Iran-backed armed groups in Iraq. Iran responded by claiming it had launched missiles at US bases in Jordan and targeted vessels attempting to transit the strait through what it called an unauthorized route, further escalating regional tensions. President Donald Trump has said diplomacy remains his preferred path, but warned that military action remains on the table if negotiations fail. He has also repeated warnings that Iran's heavily fortified Pickaxe Mountain nuclear facility could become a future target. Tehran, however, insists it has not resumed formal negotiations with Washington and accuses the United States of violating the earlier June framework agreement. The Strait of Hormuz connects the Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman and carries nearly 1/5 of the world's seaborne oil trade. Any disruption immediately impacts global energy supplies, shipping costs, insurance premiums, and crude oil prices. With Iran rejecting Oman's proposal and fresh military action underway, the future of one of the world's most critical maritime choke points remains highly uncertain.
If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe to Mirror Now.